Hello and welcome back to 5-Minute Theology. We're continuing our series on the spiritual gifts today, and after our two fairly dramatic spiritual gifts, tongues and prophecy, we're looking at one that's often neglected. Indeed, I don't think I've ever heard a single sermon preached on this gift, but it is a gift that is in the list of gifts that Paul describes in Corinthians. I think it's a very important one, and one the church neglects at its peril. Now, this gift, the Greek word is kubernesis, but it is usually rendered in the English as administration. So here's the reading from 1 Corinthians 12, 28 to 31. Now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it, or an organ of it. And God has placed in the church, first of all, apostles, second, prophets, third, teachers, then miracles, then gifts of healing, of helping, of administration, and of different kinds of tongues. Now, administration, as I say, is the usual translation of this gift, but I think it's actually not a very good translation. Here's the dictionary definition. Okay, the word is kubernesis, but it's derived from a Greek word meaning to steer a ship, or captain a ship, to guide a vessel. And it's used more colloquially of the office of a governor or director, being in charge of something. I think a better English translation for this gift would be management. Now, maybe we don't usually think of management as a gift of the Spirit, but Paul lists it here as one of the gifts that God has given to build up and to equip the church. There's a great value sometimes in the gifts that are less spectacular. Attention can be drawn to the very dramatic and supernatural gifts like healing and prophecy. But the quiet gifts are sometimes the most powerful for building up the church. And that's certainly true of the gift of management, which I think contains elements of organization, administration, and leadership, very much implied by that image of captaining or steering a ship. The gift of management is the gift of making sure that stuff gets done, and done right. So if you find yourself with an aptitude for organization, for getting people to do things, for keeping track of what's going on, for making sure that things get done, that may very well be a gift of the Spirit, and one you want to pray for and develop. It's a gift that churches desperately need. Churches need somebody who makes sure stuff gets done and organised and sorted out. And we tend to rely on the minister to do it. But of course, the minister, you're also trying to recruit somebody with gifts of preaching and teaching and pastoral care and discernment. And they often won't have the gift of management, administration as well. So it's a hugely valuable gift in the church. It's not as spectacular as prophecy or tongues, but it perhaps does at least as much as either of them to build up the church, to keep it running, to keep the heart beating, and to make sure that what needs to be done is done. So have a think. Do you have the gift of management? And if so, how can you use it? Would you like the gift of management? And if so, pray for it. And a final reminder, as we've been saying all through this series on gifts, as Paul writes, if everything was one organ, where would the body be? In other words, we all have different gifts, and we need to have different gifts. If we were all the same, this wouldn't work. Rather, we need our differences to make the church function. If your gift is management, be grateful for it and use it. Don't look down on others who don't have that gift. If your gift is prophecy, be grateful and use it. Don't look down on those who don't have it. Whatever your gift is, use it and value those who have a different set of gifts. That's all from me. Come back another time for some more 5-Minute Theology. God bless.